It's the 19th of April at 3:15 and I'm going to continue my animation project now. Just recently, on the 17th of April, I decided to try and draw something else for my animation project. And just recently, had an idea. Now this is my very first attempt at drawing Brian Griffin from Family Guy, because I've got an idea to draw both Brian and Stewie Griffin from Family Guy and include them both in my brand new animated short film. Now there'll be cameo appearances and they'll be seen very briefly walking past Moe's Tavern, because I'm planning on having Homer Simpson walk into Moe's Tavern. Then you see some musical notes appear over the door to make it look like that they're singing and having a great time. And then while Homer is in the bar getting drunk and having a good time and singing with his best friends, you will then see a very quick cameo appearance of Brian and Stewie Griffin from Family Guy walking along the pavement, and well, that'll be it really. That you'll see them there. So look out for that in my animation, because that is what I'm planning to do. Now this is my very first attempt at drawing Brian, and I did this very quickly using a biro pen. Very pleased with it, but I'm even more pleased with this. I found a video on I found a video on my computer. I searched the internet just recently for videos on how to draw Brian Griffin and found this one, and it gave me the inspiration to try drawing him myself. And to be honest with this, it's quite easy to draw, as this video, very useful video, shows. Here a professional cartoonist teaches you how to draw Brian Griffin, and this video could be found on the Daily Motion website, so please check this out, how to draw Brian Griffin. It's a fantastic, very useful video, so check it out. I watched the video on the internet several times over and then tried drawing Brian Griffin for myself. And this was the second, this was the one. I followed the simple instructions on the video. It was great fun to draw. This was my first attempt via the video. But then I decided, as Brian's neck here is a bit too thin and it's slightly the wrong shape, so I decided to redraw Brian Griffin yet again for the second time, rewatching the video yet again from the very beginning, and then this is my final result, which of course I am very pleased with. It's another brilliant piece of work. So using the same method basically before, I drew a Moe Sislak big, just like this, same sort of size, another bit of paper, and then I used that as my plan to shrink down Moe and draw him in a mini-sized version for my project. Now what my plan is here is to draw Brian Griffin again, but to draw a miniature version of Brian Griffin. But what I'm hoping to do today, however, is before I get down to business and actually draw a miniature version of Brian Griffin from Family Guy, I am planning to draw Stewie Griffin, roughly the same size as the Brian shown here. So that's what I'm going to try and see if I can do right now. So I'm going to try and see if I can do it this afternoon and get cracking with this right now, see how I get on. So just a normal sized version of Stewie Griffin, and then I'll use that as a guide along with this, and then basically transfer that and draw a miniature version of them both. So I'm going to do it now and see how I get on. I really love this. One of my favourite drawings. Brilliant piece of work that is. It's 7:30 now, and I haven't long finished my dinner. But before I went out to eat, I began drawing Stewie Griffin, and this so far is what I've got up to. I've been watching another fantastic and very useful video that I've found on my laptop via the internet. And this is how far I've got so far. And as you can see, I've got the rough lines there to help me get everything in the right position. So I'm going to finish this now. I'm going to finish drawing with my pencil and finish sketching out the rest of Stewie. And I'm going to see what it looks like when I've finished with it. So this is what I've got up to so far. So I'm going to next show you what it looks like when I've finished. So I'm going to get back to work now. I want to concentrate on getting this drawing completed. It's 9:40 now and I'm still working on drawing this. It's Stewie Griffin, and I'm very pleased with this. And of course, I'm not finished yet, but I've done most of it, as you can see, and I only need to put in Stewie's arm. Just draw Stewie's arm and everything else that needs to be done, and then this will be 100% complete. And then I'll use this as a guide at some point very soon to draw a mini version of this Family Guy character. And as you can see, just by altering a few lines, putting basic shapes on a piece of paper and building it up and connecting all the shapes together and then adding detail, it ends up looking absolutely fantastic, and you end up getting what you want in the end when you're drawing something like this. I'm very pleased with this, and as you can see, this is starting to take shape. Well, it's just gone 20 past 10 and I am really pleased, and the reason for why I'm really pleased is because I've finally finished my drawing of Stewie Griffin, and I'm absolutely blooming pleased with this. What another fantastic piece of work. This definitely goes up there with my drawing that I did just recently, also of Brian Griffin. Here's my drawing of Brian Griffin that I done just recently, and here is the drawing of Stewie. I'm absolutely very pleased with this indeed, and I cannot believe how many hours I've spent on this, just building it up and drawing it, and this is the final result. Brilliant. Starting off the same way as I did when I decided to draw the picture of Brian Griffin on the 17th of April. I decided to look up on the internet how to draw Stewie Griffin and found this short featurette which features a member of the cast of Family Guy. He's very good at this, as you can see. It's drawing Stewie Griffin, and this video is actually very useful indeed, so it's right up there with the other video that I watched about how to draw Brian, and this I found it very helpful, and yeah, I would recommend it to you if you like Family Guy and you like drawing but you don't actually know how to draw Stewie. Check this video out and it'll help you with drawing Stewie Griffin. I found it very helpful. It took me hours to draw Stewie, but I think it was totally worth it, as now I've got one fantastic drawing and I'm very pleased with it. Another one of my favourites now. Great piece of work. And of course this video, if you're interested in checking it out, how to draw Stewie Griffin, you can check it out also on the Daily Motion website. So if you're interested in checking this out, feel free. It's very helpful and I fully recommend it. Now this is the finished drawing as seen on the very useful video, giving simple step-by-step instructions on how to draw Stewie. And as you can see here in this picture, the end of the video, Stewie's waving, but I didn't really want to use that because I'm going to use my Stewie drawing as a guide to create my miniature version of the character. So I looked up on my computer on the Google Images, just Stewie Griffin really. And I've got it here. Open up this window on my laptop right now. Here it is. Now here's the picture, the other picture of Stewie that I found on Google Images, and as you can see, his hand is facing downwards there. And I've used this picture also as a guide, just for that slight change. So that's what helped me to draw Stewie. This is also my very first attempt at drawing this character. And as I said before, very pleased with this, and I'm glad I started drawing him. And now on to the next task for my animation project, which might actually be drawing miniature versions of Brian and Stewie, but I'm not sure what to do next, but it'll be something along those lines. Drawing a miniature version, both Stewie and Brian, and another thing that I know for a fact that needs doing for my project. I also need to finish off those little miniature donuts that I've got for my mini Homer, so that also needs doing. So I'm going to get cracking on with that some other time, not now, but another day. So I hope you love my drawing as much as I do. I think it's brilliant, as well as all my drawings. So here we go, 19th of April today, and there's my picture of Stewie Griffin. Brilliant.